What up guys, Charlotte here, and today you join me in the second episode of my little kind of how to play Shadow Priest series that I'm going to be doing on my channel today, and or the other channels that this gets submitted to. But moving back into the video, I'm going to be going over a little bit of a rotation what you should be doing in team fighting. So we're going to open on the team fight. I'm going to open with Cascade, as I talked about before. I'm going to Trinket here. And I'm just going to try and move away because I need to make a gap between me and the rest of the team. Now I'm going to use one of my only main defensive here when it comes to dispersion due to the rogue opening on me, so I don't just get randomly globaled. Something I would recommend really is to actually try and do that as much as you can, because the more damage you can emit for the longer, the more chance you're going to have to be able to get your dots up, which is, as you can see here, I'm just choosing targets, dotting them, trying to keep as many targets dotted as possible when it comes to the enemy team, because then we can just eventually wear them down and win. I'm going to go on the offensive here and try and do some DPS to this druid here. I'm just going to Spectral Guise and root the rogue, as you can see here, so he can't actually do anything to me. And then he eventually gets bored and starts to decide that he doesn't want to carry on fighting. I'm going to use my Cascade again, even though it is only on 2 players, but it's still going to do a lot of damage. As you can see here, I'm using my procs where I have them. Something you should also do really against a Resto Druid when possible, as fighting as, especially as a Shadow Priest here, as you can see, is because of all their hots being so magic oriented, you can use diffuse magic to basically dispel all the magical debuffs that they get. So as you can see here, when I'm not asleep, I'll show you what I mean. So if you can see these little white areas around the druid's buffs here, they're things you can actually purge or dispel from the druid himself. So if you can remove those, it means he's going to have less buffs, therefore he'll live for a little bit less time, hopefully. That's the concept anyway. So as you can see, that's basically the main rotation, if those of you could pick that up from the first couple of minutes of this video. However, don't worry if you didn't, because I'll be going over it in just a moment. I'm just going to try and find a team fight that I can actually show you guys in, where I'm not just going to randomly die like what may just happen now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and Spectral Guise here. I need to get back to my team, which they seem to have a rogue on us. Okay, cool. I got a healer with me now. So what you're basically going to try and do when you open on any target or any targets around the team fight, I'm going to try and find a team fight to actually show you this. You're going to open with Cascade, as I said before, and then you're going to, if you have nothing on you and your team is around you, you can start opening with a castable dot, which is your Vampiric Touch or VT. But if you have a lot of people on you and you need to kite, I would just recommend just paining everyone. Or if you think the fight isn't going to last too long, then just literally pain everyone. That's Shadow Word Pain, which is I have on 2 here. And basically you need to try and keep, for as long as possible, your main dots applied to as many targets on the enemy team as possible. Now as you see here, we're going to chase down this druid. I'm going to try and purge as many of his hots as I can, so he won't actually be able to heal. This is, I mean, a lot of my team is doing the DPS anyway, so I didn't actually need to do much DPS there, and that's something that I don't think a lot of Shadow Priests do. They don't necessarily always think, okay, so I always have to score the kills, and that's not always necessarily true, because if you prevent the druid from healing by purging his buffs or purging his hots, then he won't be, and then the rest of your team will be able to help by killing him. So you actually won't need to do DPS to kill him. Now, a lot of people probably prefer to do DPS because it's a lot more funner. However, that's always not necessarily the best thing to do in rated arenas and RPGs. I will be starting to do some more rated stuff on my Shadow Priest, hopefully. Those of you who've been around my channel for a little bit, you would have known at the start of last season I did do a Road to 2K series that will be returning. I just haven't really been got into RBGs, but I do want to start getting back into them with RBG teams in either the guild or in just pugs. Do we have that card? Yes, we do. I'm going to get the Berserker buff again. So it seems to be a pretty good BG, so I hope you guys have been enjoying this. I'm As you can see, I'm second DPS, followed by a Boomkin, who doesn't actually need to cast any DPS and can basically just press one button and get top DPS without trying. So as you can see here, I'm going to root this guy so he can't run away. He's going to silence me. He didn't root me, so I can just walk out of it. So that's fine. He's death range and then he's dead. At the point when anything is death range, you also get orbs if you spam your death. So try and use your death to kill things because it gains orbs, therefore you end up having more DPS. Now I think we're just camping their team, so there hasn't been very many good team fights where their whole team has actually been around. However, we're still going to try and do our best here when it comes to the actual team fight. I'm even going to dot up the pet here just so I get even chance of more procs as well. It seems the hunter is AFK though, which is rather unfortunate, so I'm just going to stand here and cast and kill him. There we go. Oh, you finally came back. Good job, sir. You did it. Well done. Do we have anyone over here? No, not really. So if anyone does have any questions about Shadow Priest's rotation or what to do in certain scenarios, if possible, then feel free to, you know, let me know in the comment section below. I'll be happy to answer them or make a follow-up video on this if needed. It just seems like they just want to hide in the graveyard, so this has been pretty GG, and I'm doing this damage with not even full blues. I have some last season's epics on my Shadow Priest, as you can see here. I'm just going to go through my gear here, and as you can see, it's not that brilliant, and I'm doing like nearly 40,000 DPS in a BG, which to be fair is a very like overpowered thing because of how Cascade just worked there, for example, with hitting with that whole team. But you know what can you do? I can only it just shows that what Shadow Priest can do. If I was full gear, it would be a lot higher. I would easily get top. I think I am getting close to top, if not top, every BG that I do play. My Cascade is still bouncing around, which I find really funny. Are they really just going to kind of stand in their graveyard and just let us win this easily? Okay, that's fine, I guess. I don't mind taking the honour. I would like to actually do some DPS though. So let me dot up this cheeky little Boomkin with all my DPS. And we'll pop pet on him. We'll send a massive AoE truck in there as well. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. Look at all those numbers. And that's one of the main reasons why I enjoy playing my Shadow Priest, really. Just to see all the massive chain numbers. Let me put Divine Plague on you. Let me full dot you, please, sir. I'll re-full dot you. Get my procs. Do you mind just standing there and letting me get my Cascade to bounce around your whole team again? Thank you, sir. So that's pretty awesome. And also sometimes you can mass spell some harmful buffs from your allies, or even just do the same if it's in the middle of an enemy team, because you can actually get rid of a lot of their buffs just by master spelling if you have the glyph or without the glyph. But I hope you guys enjoyed this little BG talking about the rotations and how you should do team fighting. Apologies that there was a large amount of it under just graveyard camping, but they didn't want to come out of the graveyard, so I did pretty well. I went 6-0 with 36 and about 58,000 damage, so it's pretty awesome. Hope you guys enjoyed the video once again, and remember to visit like and follow, it helps out a lot, and I'll see you guys next time. Farewell. If you guys missed the trailer for the next Mortal montage, make sure to hit the right link. If you'd like to see episode 7 of my Iron Man Challenge series, then make sure to hit the left link, and I'll see you guys next time. Farewell.